Welcome to Gaslight Me Gently, a virtual reality podcast where we read and discuss Reddit and true crime stories. The views and opinions shared by the hosts and the guests are their own and do not represent Reddit, VRchat, or any other platform we appear on. All posts are for entertainment and commentary purposes only. This show may contain strong language, questionable opinions, and moments of uncomfortable laughter. If at any moment you feel personally attacked by our takes, remember, we're a video or stream. You can just turn us off.
Good afternoon. Hi there. It's me. It's Shadow. How are you? I know it's a Sunday. It's we're not normally on Sundays, but this is going to be the secondary show, the side show of Gaslight Me Gently Deep Talks. You've got me. You've got our good old friend Dog.
I told y'all I'd probably differ the next time you saw me.
Fair. And then our wonderful tech support, Miss Alexia over there, and this is our wonderful tech support, Alexia. And today we're not doing Reddits, we're not doing all of that. We're just having a nice little sit down, a nice little chat about some things and some stuffs, and them things and stuffs today is going to be honestly just the effect of social media and shit on society at this point.
Yeah.
It's fucked, man. It's fucked.
It is definitely rough, definitely because of the fact, so much shit now is on, the internet, and, basically on, the magical device that's in everyone's pocket or in their hand currently, probably what they're watching us on, something, it's always there, and, you see it, but then, just, there's so much that it gets a little overwhelming.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if we're being honest, social media, everybody's always talking about the quote unquote the shadow governments or all of that. Social media is our shadow government at this point. Everybody's more concerned about how many likes they're getting, how many views they're getting, the size of their friends list and shit like that, rather than one, actual problems. And two, it's just their life. They're worried about getting offended more on behalf of other people on the internet because they see a picture they don't fucking agree with. I'm gonna have to do a lot of bleeping on this. We need a swear jar for me. God damn. No, I'm not. It's gonna be full after the first episode you added. I'm gonna be honest with you at this point.
Yeah, definitely, I do agree with you there, Shadow. Social media is really bad about, a lot of things. It's bad, it crushes your attention span. The cancel culture that's sprouted from it is absolutely horrible. The freaking,
oh my god, yes.
God, the mental strain it puts on you, the fact that it makes you feel like you need to conform to social norms, it makes you feel like you aren't doing enough with your life, even though you're doing everything you physically can, because it's not just you, it's the economy. The fact that, there's so many things that social media cause, the spread of news and everything, especially about wars or things happening in different countries
or
that doesn't concern other people.
or the
Yeah.
misinformation of said news and all of that. I can't I can't tell you how many times it's like I can go walk through the house or something like that, right, and see something being talked about on the news on national fucking television, right, that I've already seen multiple fucking other like news sources online that have disproven that as being like a hoax or being fake or something like that to try to incite or start shit and everything. But it's like it's no, I completely fucking agree with you. I mean, I won't lie, I had a thought, it fucking left. It'll be back in a moment though, I can tell you that much.
That's fair. But definitely, like, if we want to talk about like a small little subject about that, I want to talk more, get like a little more like personal on like the effect social media has on like your attention span. Like with the fact of like the rise of TikTok and like how stable it is, I want to talk about like the fact that like most people can't watch videos or like TV shows if they're over like 7 seconds or like a minute long. If it's not like a quick synopsis, no one can watch it. And like it's fried at people's attention span. Like, sure, I already don't have a pretty good attention span as is, but I've had a bad attention span before social media. Social media just now kind of helps with that little bit of like, what do I do in between? Like when I'm like waiting for a game to load, or if I'm waiting for like something else, like that's the little bit in between. That's where I go. But I've noticed as I'm in social media, like watching like TikToks or anything, I'm losing track of time faster. I'm like not being able to hear everything around me that's going on, missing cues, and like missing a lot of other stuff because I'm so zoned in on the device in my hand that I forget like I'm playing a game, helping my girlfriend with food, cleaning, like supposed to be cleaning dishes, like trying to find jobs. Like I've noticed I've struggled with it, and it's something I need to get better with, and just completely just eventually cut down to a bare minimum. Because doom scrolling, all it does is just wear away at like the attention span you could have had instead of like the attention span that you originally had. Like as kids, like before social media was such a big thing, we were watching TV shows that were like 25 to 30 minutes, or like watching like a TV show with like a parent that's like an hour long. And now we can't even do that anymore because our attention spans are so short because of that.
It's the dopamine receptors and stuff. Everybody nowadays, they want that instant gratification. They want the immediate happiness, the immediate results of things. And they honestly they get that with social media type with some social medias. I mean, you can not only just with like TikTok and doom scrolling and shit like that, but I mean shit, you can like say how do I put this? Say you want to stir the pot one day, like you woke up on the wrong side of bed or anything, and you just kind of want to you either want to start a fight or anything like that. You can go to social media. You can go to like something like Facebook, right? Or Twitter or something, and make one simple post, knowing that like people aren't going to agree with you, just to basically start the riot, just to start all of the fights and everything else in the comments and stuff like that. And it's like, but on the other hand of that, in all honesty, on the other hand of that, Jesus Christ,
It'll come back to you, don't worry.
I mean, shit. This right here is like a product of social media and everything, and the lack of an attention span, the lack of that there. I have no idea what I'm trying to say right now. Holy
Don't
fuck.
worry, it'll come to you. Just give it time. But I get what you're talking about. It's kind of like the fact that you're trying to have a solid conversation, but your brain's trying to like just stop because it's wanting to. can't keep track of the thought that you were having because your brain's so used to you now just doom scrolling that it can't keep up with the conversation you're wanting to have.
Exactly, and it's either that or it's also at least in my case most of the times it's just like it's going too fast now. It's like you're trying to talk about one thing, one topic and all of that, and your brain's already like 4 topics down the line and everything because it's used to just being like, okay, I got the reception or the dopamine or whatever that I wanted from this moment. Let's go to the next one. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's go to, like, nothing's personal anymore. I think that's where I was trying to get with everything, is just nothing's fucking personal anymore because everybody wants that instant gratification, that instant result, that I can just open my phone and open TikTok and immediately have the fucking whatever it is I'm wanting to look at, whether it's hee hee ha ha stupid cat videos of animals doing dumb things, or it's some political TikToker talking about something and getting his chat riled up about things. Like it's at your fingertips now. Nobody fucking nobody actually tries to sit down and have a meaningful conversation with people anymore if it's not going any kind of way that they themselves want it to go. It's shitty. Go ahead.
Yeah, like it is rough, like especially the fact that no one really has like a conversation anymore with like anybody, and that is like it does show as a society as well. Like where like everything, like society is now built so around social media. That's how like everyone gets their news. Like besides like a select few people that still rely on the actual news channels to get their news about what's going on within their country. It's
just our grandparents at this point. Like
pretty much, it's just our grandparents or like parents, depending on like what depending on when your parents just grew up, and like they're so engrossed in it to the point to where that's like the only thing they believe, and that's where now I want us to transition our conversation from the attention span to cancel culture. And cancel culture, it only became a thing because of social media, and it's bad. Like one person, like one celebrity decides not to like something, and everybody's jumping down their throats saying that they're not allowed to not like it. They're doing everything they can. They're doing this, doing that, even though it's like they're saying that they personally themselves don't like it, causing just more and more influx about it. And then like they're getting canceled on social media to where they can't like even have a social media platform for like their fans that still support them. Like they're getting shunned away to the point to where they can't do anything anymore. And it's hard to watch.
I mean, to be fair, some of them deserve it. Some of them, they do certain things and stuff like that. But I wholeheartedly agree that, like, the fucking mom group on Facebook doesn't have any right to tell me that I'm not allowed to fly a certain flag or like an American flag in my yard because it offends them for whatever fucking reason. Like, all right, Karen, you're a white mom in your 30s with 2 kids and you're on your 3rd fucking divorce. It's not my fault that nobody else likes your fucking give it to me my way or the highway attitude, and you don't know what the word compromise fucking means. But you don't need to bandwagon because, oh, I'm offended by this one specific thing you did. Now you don't get to live a normal life or have the amenities that I have because I don't like you. Like, no. Like there's no sense in that. If somebody does something wrong, like say there's a content creator or someone that's out there that is a little too close to some of the younger generation, or there's or somebody's out there like hurting animals or hurting others or themselves in their content, or their content's out there
canceled.
Yeah, or they're out there trying to like incite violence, incite riots, say go to these events, go to these protests or these like events and try to start shit, try to cause fights, try to do all of like those people wholeheartedly deserve to be canceled. But the dude who's on the internet just chilling and said a few mean words that you didn't, not necessarily mean words, that comes across wrong. The guy on the internet that said a few things that hurt your feelings specifically, not mean words, not uh um um hurtful words or like slander, or not slander, like racist words or derogatory and stuff like that. But like me sitting here being like, oh my god, your avatar, I don't mean this by the way obviously, but oh my god, your avatar today looks fucking dog shit. Like you need to get something better, bro. And blah blah blah. Like me saying something like that to somebody, and because you hurt my feelings, cancel you. Like the fuck out, get better feelings. Like fucking
that is
thicker skin. Go ahead.
That is definitely something that I have seen, especially on like just like if someone says like social media seems to attack people more than anything else, like and try to cancel them to people who are trying to do good than people who aren't. Like there are so many things in this world that we have access to, that we have like the availability to do and use as a society and like as a group of people to be able to help turn and make better. But instead a lot of people choose to just do the harm because they got so engrossed in that one person's story that they're not willing to hear out the other side, and get their bandwagon to cancel the person that is quote unquote bad. Like
exactly.
it's not okay, because it's like before social media we had to listen to both sides of the story and figure out like who was right, who was wrong. And if you could clearly tell like that person was wrong, but they're trying to do better, still shame on you, but I'm glad you're doing better. And the person who is doing right, but was just like who's doing right, good on them. They were telling the truth and everything. You still heard both sides instead of just exiling one entirely. Which then is what sparked cancel culture more than anything else, is the fact that people just weren't wanting to listen. Like if people listened to the story both ways and then sat down and deliberated it and actually thought about it, everything would have been a little bit better, and like cancel culture wouldn't be such a large thing that it is. But since no one's doing that and they're just jumping with the bandwagon instead of asking the questions like what actually is the other person's story, that's where cancel culture is like at the utmost the worst. Because it doesn't need to be like that. It need like speak for yourself. Don't speak with the collective. If you believe the other person's story and you know that they're telling the truth, like because they have the evidence, they show everything that needs to be shown, like they give you everything and with good detail, I would probably believe the person who's given me everything instead of the people that are following the bandwagon. If there's people for the bandwagon that say that I'm a bad person just because of the fact that like, oh whatever, like something derogatory, like I'm just gonna look at you and I'm just gonna tell them like, listen, you don't even know me. You don't even know my story. How could you judge me when you haven't even asked me any questions? You're just following along like a little ant in a worker colony at this point. Like, you're just a tiny ant in this massive anthill instead of straying from the past, straying from the group, and thinking for yourself and actually having control over what you think in life. And instead, you rather follow along instead of just be your own person.
It's literally you either agree with me and everything that I look at or that I fucking stand for, essentially. Yeah. You either agree with me and everything that I feel, or you're in the wrong, and the only way that you can be around me and be friends with me is if you believe everything the way that I believe it and the way that I want you to believe it, and don't question anything. You either blindly follow me and you either blindly follow me and you don't ask questions, don't give me any pushback, just agree with me all the time, and tell me how good of a person I am. Tell me how much better I'm doing about myself and everything. Or you're in the wrong, and you essentially fucking what's it called? You're ousted. You're canceled. You're the bad person. You're the villain. You're so mean, we don't nobody should listen to you, nobody should talk to you, or anything like that, and then you get demonized for it and everything, and then everybody else is put in one or two like positions. It's either fucking how do I phrase this? Um, 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 um. It's either you agree with me or you're out. You're wrong. I lost my train of thought there on what I was going down. I had something
Oh
good. I
no,
will
you're
say
good.
that.
I completely understood what you're saying. But yeah, like it's bad because cancel culture is basically just like is like an ant colony. That's all it
Hmm.
really is. Is like you're following
And
this
it just
one
continues to
person that
grow.
says that this person's bad and is trying to send all their little worker ants out to go tear this person down, even though they're the one that started it. They're the one that started the problem instead of and not this person that is being casted out and torn apart on social media to the point to where they just hide. They take down their accounts. They get rid of everything and try to just live a normal life because they're like, it's not worth it. Just because little Miss Queen Ant or Queen Bee decided to say that they're wrong, even though they're not. They probably never did anything. And they're
Shit,
just
if I'm
doing it
being,
because they have the power to. It's a
hmm
power trip.
that's exactly what it is. No, that's one. To be completely honest with you, I love the mindset though, because when you adopt it life becomes a lot easier. There's a couple creators that like I watch and everything occasionally that their motto and their mindset is just be uncancelable. And they've had so many people be like, "What do you mean be uncancelable? You can't be uncancelable." And it's like, "Yeah, you can. You simply say, "Oh, you don't like that? Okay, your point. That
Yeah,
doesn't
like
affect me any.
counter them.
I will say it has very much so worked for the creators that I watch, and I mean they are absolutely thriving now. I mean, so they're really fucking big too, but still. Um, but no, it's just like I can wholeheartedly say cancel culture only works when you let it. In the it comes down to let the people say what they want to say, and don't try to do the whole I'm so sorry, I know that I hurt this community's feelings and yada yada yada, and I'm so sorry for that. No, in all honesty, if anything, yeah, I'm sorry that your feelings are so fucking soft that you let something as simple as a couple of words get you this worked up over things to the degree that you would try to rally so many people around you to try to cancel said creator and everything. It's like there's just there's no sense in it. It yeah, sure. I know what I said. I said what I said. I meant what I said. And I'm not sorry for feeling the way that I feel about a certain situation. If you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong and that like call me a piece of shit, call me mean, call me an asshole, all you want. I'll admit to those. But if you want to say that I'm wrong and that I need to change myself for believing something or believing a way that I believe, then ultimately you're the problem with the country because you essentially want everybody to conform to your worldview, and when they don't, you're in there. Everybody else is in the wrong, and you're God's little fucking like present to the fucking earth and everything. And it's like that's not the way that life is. And people need to get out of fucking la la land and realize life isn't dictated by how you fucking feel about things. Life is dictated by just the way that things happen and the way that things fucking are. And nobody's going to sit here and change their entire worldview and the way that they fucking look at things and live their life just simply because your feelings get hurt by it. And I honest to God, like, I agree with you, and I agree with probably a lot of people, but I'm just fucking, essentially, I'm tired of seeing all of the dumb shit, like people wasting their time being offended about fucking everything out there. Like shit. I forget if it was you guys or somebody else that told me recently. How true it is, I don't fucking know. I just stopped keeping up with a lot of things, but apparently, and if you're not from the States, then you might have heard about it, you might not have. But a while back, a few years back and everything, there's this syrup brand called fucking Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, you go, Aunt Jemima.
And
Fucking love that syrup brand.
There were people that were so offended by the character that they had on their logo, which was it was
A black woman.
Yeah, it was an older black woman. It was your down home country mom. Like you could damn near smell the soul food coming off the bottle, and people were offended because the name Jemima paired with an African woman, and so they removed her from the bottle. Allegedly, she's coming back to the bottle and everything
She
now.
is. Aunt Jemima is coming back to the bottle.
Good.
And all the Aunt Jemima products.
But it's
because people are no longer being offended about it because like Aunt Jemima, like originally, Aunt Jemima is a real person. Aunt Jemima was a real person, and like
I didn't even
she
know
was,
that.
and like she was a black lady. So like people were getting offended for no reason because Aunt Jemima wasn't an actual black lady. She was an actual Southern black lady, and people were getting angry about it.
The funniest thing is, if I remember correctly, there were more white people that were upset at it than any other race or community out there.
That's right.
That is the biggest thing too. If you ever take a look at, and if you ever notice, cancel culture is primarily like 90. I want to say like a good 85%. I won't go all the way to 90. I'll say a good 85% of the cancel culture in this world are mid-30s white women who have nothing else to fucking live for because they're in a dead-end 9-to-5 job, and they're mad at the world. Prove me wrong. In all honesty, prove me wrong on that, because
if you can find the statistics and the chart of it, that's how you can prove us wrong. But if you're just gonna yell at us and get mad, well then you don't have to watch us anymore. Simple as that. That's just how it is.
But shit. Take Collective Shout, the Aussie group of women who are trying to get games and stuff like removed because this one character's just too sexual in the game, or this one's not woke enough because it doesn't have a trans character, a lesbian character, and a gay guy all as the main cast and stuff. Like, let gamers have their fucking games.
It's a video game.
We're gonna make big titty goth girls because we're fucking insecure men who can't actually talk to a real big titty goth girl. So we're gonna make one to play in a fucking video game. Like, fuck off. Am I wrong?
people are taking down video games is by far some of the hardest thing, like some of the hardest shit to do, unless it's a company corporate thing, because of the fact that if the game is big enough, the game is popular enough, the game community is not going to allow you to cancel it, because the gamers are what keep the business afloat.
Exactly.
And only people that can bring down a game is the community of that game. So outside sources and outside voices aren't going to really do much when it comes to a gaming scheme. Sure, yes, some games it's like the games that character designs are more for like attention grabbers, for people to grab, for people to be like, oh, there's this, and this looks pretty cool, or like, hey, that looks pretty hot. That's the thing. It's like the game developers know what their community likes. They know what the gamer industry wants. So they try to do that the best way they can while also making a really good game.
Say what you will about the first Descendant game devs, but Bunny, bro. Listen. Bunny is they knew what they was doing there wholeheartedly and everything.
Well, that's the thing. The creators of the first Descendant, they're Korean. That's the reason why their game designs like that. A lot of game designs where they're quote unquote like over sexualized are from Asian companies. They're not from US companies. They're from Asian companies because it's what their demographic wants, because they're thinking about not just worldwide, they're thinking about what they would like in like their country. That's the thing. When game design comes down, it comes down to what the aspects of the game are, where you're located, and then like everything, and then like who's playing. That's what you have to build towards. Mm-hmm. And like if you have a theme for the video game, then that opens up even more doors and avenues for different things, which is why it's so hard to cancel a good game, because of the fact that no matter what you do, if that game goes down, another one will take its place. The industry is growing, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I mean,
like something will always take the place. All right, we kind of fell off, so let me rotate to it. Let me intersect us into a different part of our topic. Let's talk about FOMO. Missing, like fear of missing out. Let's talk about FOMO for social media, because like you'll see so many things on social media pages where it's like these people traveling to all these like beautiful places in the world, and then you feel like you're not going to be able to ever go because you're stuck at like your job, your life, like you'll never have the money to go, or like anything like that. So you'll constantly keep seeing it, and then you'll constantly keep getting that fear of not being able to properly go anywhere and go do it yourself, because like you're gonna like, it feels like it's not gonna be the same from like how you see it on social media. And you now have the fear of like, what if it's not like how have I seen it? What if it's not like what they say it looks like? Like you now start fearing the fact that it's not going to be as vibrant as they show it on social media, because they add so many filters to brighten the colors. They add so many different shaders to like make certain things look better. Like social media has made traveling that much harder to do, because it feels less like you want to go there so bad, but you're also afraid of going when you can, because of the fact that you don't want it to be not what you're expecting. It puts an unreal image of that place in your mind to where your brain thinks that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like fully to the T, but it's not. So well, not only that fear.
Not only that, too, it's like, shit, what the fuck? I know exactly what I'm gonna say, I just can't fucking form the words for it. It's like, with the FOMO as well, that's what it was. I've known people who they felt like failures within their family or failures within their like community and their group of friends and stuff, because constantly, just like every other week, they would see somebody was on a trip somewhere or out doing something somewhere and like living this life and all of that, and they're like, man, I wonder what wonder where I went wrong, and shit in my life to where I have to sit here 7 days a week at a 9 to 5 job, just barely scraping by to survive, while they're out able to go like travel the world, go see these sites, go do these things for a week here and there and stuff. And it's like the thing a lot of people don't realize is you might see your friends doing that stuff and everything, but they're not doing that every single week. And that's one of the problems with social media is you can intersperse, like there's been times I've known people who they set up essentially like,
Oh, we might have lost him for a second. So while he's on his way back, I will take over. So I think what he's talking about is like how people set up certain like their like events of when things release. Oh, is he coming back? He's coming back.
Am I back? Shit.
He's
Okay,
back, everyone. We can go back to him now.
I apologize. But what I was trying to say is like I've known people as well that have like they've faked their own shit. So they would set up like a green screen or something behind them and take a bunch of these different pictures in like different areas, and stuff like that, posing and like doing different poses and stuff. And then they post it online, and whenever they post it online, depending on like their editing skills and stuff, you can't fucking tell that it's a green screen. So it looks like one week they're over in the fucking cherry blossom forest or cherry blossom gardens in Japan, and then the next week they're like touring fucking Paris and everything. And then you're sitting here like, man, where did I go wrong in my life to not be able to do this while all of my friends and people I grew up with can? And it's like, well, one, a lot of it's fake. Two, the few trips that come out that I will say and admit, like wholeheartedly are real. Like I've seen a couple recently off of my Facebook page that, it's like every couple of months, this one friend from back in the military will go on a hike somewhere, and like they'll take like a week to go hike across a certain mountain range or this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, man, that seems really cool and stuff. I'd love to know like how they're able to go and do all of that. Oh, it's called the whole rest of the time that they're not on social media, they're not posting anything, they're not doing anything. They're out there fucking grinding, doing shit, and putting in the work and the effort and the time to make the money to be able to go on these trips and stuff. And it's like you'll see people, must be nice to have all that money, must be nice to be able to do all that stuff, blah 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 blah, blah. And it's like it's not your friend's fault that you would rather spend 90% of your day scrolling on Facebook and bitching at the posts of people doing the things you want to do, instead of spending that time putting in the grind and the work and the effort to either A, make something for yourself so you can go live that life, or at least just your typical 9 to 5 and saving a lot of money and stuff like that. A quote I heard one person say, or a thing I heard one person say is like, you don't be buying DoorDash and Spotify Premium and YouTube Premium and shit like that when you can't afford to live in the first place. Like, you learn how to sacrifice certain things to be able to do the other shit that you want to do, instead of sitting on social media all damn day, bitching and moaning because you're not getting to do the things that you're wanting to do.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I was kind of all over the place there. I feel like, but
I mean, it does make sense. But definitely, I'm like, it's still the problem. Like, it's always out there, and it makes people fear the fact that they're never gonna see it. Like, because a lot of people never, like, when they see it, they like, I really want to go there, but then they look at like the pricing and like the price ranges and like exchange rates to actually be able to do it, and that scares them even more because they're like, that's like saving up like a month or more of like wage to be able to actually go do that and be able to like buy what you wanted to buy, see what you want to see, be able to actually eat the food there. It's a lot scarier when you're trying to actually do it, because of the fact that you have to think like, how do I budget this on top of this, and then you also got to think, and then they also like are fearing that like, I don't have many vacation days, or I don't have any vacation days. Like, I don't even have PTO.
Fair.
Or like the company that they work for just won't help them out. So then they worry about like possibly losing their job. So if they do take the trip, that they won't come back and have a job anymore, and then they have to fear getting another job, which scares them out of not wanting to go. It's
Completely
a whole
fair as well.
problem to where it's like, it's a lot of thinking to where it's almost impossible to line everything up and get all the ducks in the row to be able to do it. So then you're just sitting there in fear, like, I'm never going to be able to go, and you're going to miss out because like you can't like budget it right. And it is a struggle, especially like depending on like where you're at, depending on like what part of the world you're in. Some places of the world, it's a lot easier to do because like it's it's more affordable, but some places it's not, and it's hard. So like it just
100%.
depends on the part of the world you're at to be able to do all this. So
Like,
that's where it drives it.
I won't lie, like my cope for the one friend I was talking about earlier that like seems like they go on a hike every other month. I don't remember exactly, but I want to say at some point I'd actually seen her make mention on Facebook as well, ironically, that I don't remember if it was Alaska or if it was another like northern country, but she was moving out of like the continental US and everything because she was able to. And I mean, I don't know how many people know this, but it's like in certain part, from what I've heard, I don't know. I've heard it multiple times now, so I'm assuming it's true. But like, they actually apparently pay people a certain amount of money to actively live and like help try to maintain the state or country at this point of Alaska and everything. And so it's like my thought process is like, yeah, must be nice to go on those hikes and stuff, but at the same time, if she's able to post about it and she's able to do it, then who am I to get mad at her for being able to live her life and everything? And it's like, I don't know, man. I just maybe I have a different like hardwiring mindset and things, but it's just like I don't understand how people can get so mad and so offended and shit at other people on a social media site the way that they're just in general at this point, uh, the way that like so many people end up doing so now.
Yeah, I definitely will agree with you there. Like it is rough, and it is kind of dumb that people do, but that's just how sadly it is. But like with that, I'm gonna roll us into our next topic. We're gonna talk about kind of like the algorithm and how the algorithm kind of like seems to be working. Like, so like say like you're looking for like something about like cars, like, right, like you're looking for something about like cars, and you're just talking about it to somebody, and then out of nowhere when you go on your social media, that's all you're getting. And it's like, wait the fuck a minute, I was just talking about that. How does this know? And like, yeah, like she was talking about like a ninja slushy machine. Like my girlfriend she was talking about a ninja slush machine, and she keeps getting ads for them now. She never looked them up, never typed them out. She just talked about it, and then the algorithm was just like, "Oh, you mean this?" And it just was just there.
It's because your microphone's always fucking recording and listening to what you're saying and talking about, and so it's like if you got, it's the AI stuff and everything. And I know I'm about to sound like a kook. I want to preface this with I fucking love AI. I use that shit anytime I fucking get the chance to. Like, it is God's grace. I want Jarvis. I'm gonna be completely honest. I want my own fucking Jarvis at some point and have like
Fair
a
enough.
smart
Jarvis is
house
actually pretty cool, though.
that I can walk in. But it's the corporate AIs that they've got on both Apple and Android phones and stuff like that, and even like your Microsoft PC at this point. Like Copilot's probably fucking listening to me right now talk about whatever the fuck we're talking about, and I'm gonna get more ads from it later. But it's from the technical side of things. It's because your microphone's technically never not recording what you're saying, and so the software is constantly listening for like the verbal cues for certain keywords and stuff like that, that it then is like, oh, they mentioned these things, let me grab the people who partnered with us to host their ads for these specific products, because I'm going to make a commission if this user uses our software and through our apps buys this product. I'm going to receive a commission off of that. And so it's I mean, shit, you linger on a video or an ad of something too fucking long, and it's gonna be like, oh, they watched this one for 4 seconds longer than they watched the other one. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save that data about this person. Like the phrase, if it's free, you are the product, has never been more true in today's fucking society, bro.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like just hovering over items or like looking at an item that's somewhat similar to another one. Like the algorithm, like your like the AI within like your computer or like your search engine or within your devices are going to look at like gonna see that and be like, oh, they're kind of wanting items around like this some topic or like something around this, and then it's just gonna start flooding you with it more and more, to the point to where you can't help but constantly think about, like, it's just going to constantly give you that stuff no matter what, which it's just going to be like, this is a little spooky, because it's like you were talking about that probably like 2 or 3 days ago, and now that's all you're seeing for some reason. And like, I will say, I do kind of feel like I do kind of have to kind of agree to where it's like the AI like seems to be constantly listening, which is why the algorithm is the way it is. But there's got to be something, like another reasoning of why the algorithm like kind of like somehow knows what you're talking about, even though like you may have never typed it in, you've only mentioned it once to like a friend. Like, I feel like there's something else there, but I could be wrong. I honestly could be.
No, I
do
agree
feel like
with
there's
you.
something else there.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think it's screen time. So it's like if you're scrolling out, like whenever you're scrolling on TikTok and everything, and like occasionally you'll scroll through, and one thing will catch your eye, and you'll be like, oh, that looks actually kind of cool. I'm kind of interested in this. Da, 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 da. And then at the end of it, it pops up like, you want to buy this and stuff. It's like, I feel like it's again, TikTok's technically free, so it's like if the product
I think
is
it's
free,
like an interest thing. Yeah.
You are the product. So TikTok's probably like, okay, this
So if
account.
it's something that like you share or like because it caught your interest, you want to show other people, that might be it, honestly. But like the weird thing is when you're also starting to see ads for like products on YouTube, even though you've never looked at it on YouTube.
Oh,
that's where I feel it's also a little suspicious, to where it's like you could have found something on like TikTok or like talked about like a product that you wanted to buy, like something that could be like nice for the house or anything, and out of nowhere you're getting ads on fucking YouTube for it. Like, I understand Facebook. Facebook's always fucking listening. That shit's spooky.
That's true. Zuckerberg's, though, you've been kind of admitted
Zuckerberg's always fucking listening in. Like, that motherfucker needs to learn to stop.
But my theory with that is, for TikTok, did you use your Google account to sign up?
You got a good point. Yeah, that actually makes a lot more sense now. That makes a lot more sense.
Anything that your Google account, so Google,
yeah, Google locks everything and tracks everything together. That's
Well,
right.
not only that, but it's like if you use whatever you use your Google account for. I mean, YouTube is owned by Google. Fucking 90% of the internet's owned by fucking Google at this point. So it's like you show interest in something on one platform. It nowadays is like, especially if you're signed in with a Google account in general, you show interest in one thing for 3 seconds longer. Now it's going to be on every fucking marketing in America. I don't want to say marketing in general. America's marketing is probably one of the world's best fucking psyops I have ever seen at this point, because it is everywhere in any and every algorithm. Like I agree with you too. I can look at something on TikTok and it'll be an ad for either like earbuds or some other product or some shit like that. Something dumb, but I'm like, oh, that seems kind of cool.
And out of nowhere, you go somewhere else and you're getting ads for like the same product.
Well, I was gonna say
something similar.
Then, like 3 hours later, whenever I'm trying to fall asleep and I'm scrolling on fucking Facebook, I'll scroll past a fucking ad of the exact same thing that I had seen earlier, and it's like,
or something similar, and you're just like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, these two accounts aren't connected. What the fuck is going on here? Excuse me? And it's just like,
it's a little scary because it's like, what the fuck? How did you know that?
The algorithm is always listening. It's not just a single endpoint now. It's just the algorithm in general is always listening to you. I mean, shit. I could talk about the Meta Quest 3 because my cousin's got it, and guess what? We're all gonna start getting ads about it later. You guys too at home.
even you guys. But I'm wearing a Meta Quest 3. Like I'm wearing the 3S right now, so who knows? I feel like Zuckerberg's about to be like, "Yo, let's make a fourth one."
Oh, I guarantee it. Next headset I get though is gonna probably try to be like a Pico or something. Those seem kind of cool. But I mean, the Quest 3 is not that bad either. I'm just a broke bitch, and my Quest 2 works fine.
It's a lot lighter.
I believe it. I still got big toaster.
Mine's only like.
But no, the fucking Jesus, I heard. But I mean,
in game, my headset almost turned itself off. My bad. Let me rephrase that. My headset almost turned itself off because of what I did.
That's what the clicking was.
My fault, folks.
You good? You back? You seeing colors again? Okay. It's not all black and white anymore. Okay.
But no. Yeah, it's just wild how the algorithm works.
Like I said, it's
weird.
My fucking theory is just, it doesn't matter what fucking app you're on, what social media platform you're on. At this point, the algorithm's just always listening. Like you don't have any. There's an illusion of privacy. I mean, there's an illusion of even intimacy on social media nowadays. I mean, shit.
Oh god.
I mean, honest to God, take the game we're in right now, and how many people.
You got a point.
E-dating is bigger than regular dating nowadays. It's swipe right. Let's talk for the next 3 hours, and then when can you be over to hook up? And oh, never mind, I didn't like that, so this relationship's not gonna work out. But genuine intimacy, it does not exist to me outside the realms of like very, very niche cases, especially on social media. And my theory with that is it's because you don't have to be honest, if that makes sense. Nobody knows the truth of somebody that they're just meeting behind a screen. Nobody, like I could tell y'all that I have one leg, a fucking full head. I have hair, but like I could tell you guys I have one leg, I'm 300 pounds, and I lost a finger in the war, and you wouldn't know any fucking different because until you met me in person. I mean, granted, you
Yeah.
guys have seen what I look like in real time with like fucking video calls and shit. But my going theory is the fact that because people aren't forced to be their true authentic selves on the internet, they can essentially be whoever or whatever they want to be. There's no intimacy or true genuine intimacy there anymore for a lot of people. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, it definitely at that point it is definitely really bad with with all that. But like, it is what it is. If people want to hide, people want to hide. But now I want to kind of, let's see, what do we want to, you want to talk about, like, what do we want to talk about now? Like, because we got some other things we got to figure out.
That's very true. Well,
I've kept us on this topic. What kind of topic do we want to do now? So, because we got like a whole nother hour. To keep with the perfect persona.
Or the fake persona.
Oh, you mean like the digital phrase? That kind of thing?
No, I see what she's talking about.
Yeah.
How like people will
quote unquote have problems.
Yeah. Well, not even have problems. People have like certain expectations based off of one or two meetings or like interactions with you, and then you feel like that you have to be a certain way. You have to have a certain kind of energy or like vibe about you to hang out with people and trying to maintain that. I get what she means by that. Or at least that's my interpretation of it.
I'm thinking like, yeah, like they don't have, like, I think it's like they kind of like hide the fact that they don't have like certain flaws about them, like they're trying to hide who they are to be like that Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. That's kind of what I'm thinking, like perfect personas, by what she's saying. Like they're purposely hiding something that could be very like detrimental. Or like something that they need to know, because the fact that like, oh,
fair.
Oh, that's what she's talking about. Like the actual stress and anxiety, the person itself, that they're trying to keep the perfect persona up. Now I know what you're talking about.
It's like if and I'm gonna use myself as an example because I know you guys have at least seen how there's some days where I'm really, really energetic. I'm really chatty. I'm really like hype.
Oh, we lost for a second. But I do kind of feel like I do know where he's going with this, is how like you put on like that fake mask, you put on this fake smile to hide like who you really are. And he's back.
I'm back.
Back to you.
We're back. Okay. What I was trying to say before the fucking demons completely interrupted me, was like how some days I'm really like really chatty, really hyper, really fucking like bouncing all over the place and stuff like that. The little fucking sounds, the song that I'd fucking start just randomly humming, going through shit and everything. And then other days how I'm just more laid back and just kind of, I want to say, seems like
you're drained of energy.
Yeah,
you're kind of just drained.
To be fair, even on those days, it's like I'm not necessarily drained. I'm just in a much more relaxed kind of state than a hyper state. But I could see how trying to maintain that hyperactivity all the time, like make you guys think that was how I was just in general and everything. I couldn't do that.
But I'm also kind of thinking, I think I'm kind of getting exactly what Alexia is saying, like what she's saying about about all this. It's kind of more of the fact of like you're basically like you say like you're a depressed person, but you're putting on that fake smile
like
to make. Listen, bro. We all do some kind of depression.
We all are. Listen, at this point, yeah, we all are. Continue.
You're putting on that fake smile for everyone around you in your life, and you're stressing yourself out to keep that up, to keep everything hidden, to the point to where by the end of the day you're so drained and so tired that the moment you stop, the moment you separate yourself, you break, and you break down heavy, to the point to where you're crying, you're staying awake, you're sitting in silence, you're sitting in the dark, not able to enjoy anything because of the fact that you just spent all your entire day being the energetic one, being the one that everyone can go to, being that like strong pillar that everyone needs, to the point to where and everyone's like, oh yeah, he's perfectly fine, that's just who he is. But on the inside, you're crumbling. Like, you are breaking apart bit by bit. And each day you do that, you just keep taking chunks every single day, to the point to where you, as a person, can't handle it anymore. And then at some point, when you're around all those people, the mask cracks. And they see how sad you are. And then they start asking you, are you okay? Is everything okay? And you're like, I'm fine, because you've never wanted to burden everyone. You wanted to hold that yourself and keep their lives happy. But the fact that your mask broke, you now feel like you're now getting the anxiety of them feeling like they're going to be burdened by your problems. So then you're going to start slowly exiling yourself from the group, to the point to where you're never around anymore, and then you like completely vanish to then move on to the next group to put that mask back on. Like, you keep up that front for so long, it gets harder and harder every single day, to the point to where you crack. And when you start cracking, it's hard to stop. Like, you'll patch it time and time again. But then the moment it finally gets too bad, it cracks, and then you do something so drastic that there's no going back. Which is where I feel like, as someone who's struggled, as someone who has this issue, who's had it for so long, I can say from my own personal experience, there is someone that you can go to, that you can cry to, that you can talk to. It's scary. It's hard. It's something really that impacts, because you're able to open that bottle, you're able to pop the cork and finally start letting it out, but slowly at like your own pace, and it's relieving, but it's hard to do all the time. But moments, you just need to do it, because you can't keep being the strong one. You can't constantly be the person that everyone needs you to be. It's like, it gets to the point to where when you break, you need that shoulder. You need someone to cry to. And there's nothing more relieving and de-stressing than being able to do that, and knowing that you can at any point in time in your life, to the point to where like you feel like if that was taken from you, like a part of your life is taken, because of the fact that then you have to go back to the mask, go back to building up that pain, that stress, the anxiety, to then just have to worry about cracking and doing something drastic that you don't want to do, because there's so much that you were going to miss out if you do. Oh God, I'm rambling, but it's hard when it's such a personal thing. But like the moment you finally can have that one person or group of people that you can go to, that you know aren't going to judge you, because you're actually able to start opening up and be yourself and not be the pillar, you start to realize that your life can be better, that you can go to people, that you don't always have to be the one for everyone else. And it helps. It gets a lot out. It allows you to breathe. It allows to get you that stress off your chest. Like, honestly, I don't want to. I'm trying to talk to you and trying to talk to chat, but like, I'm gonna say it directly to just out there. if you have someone, go to them. Don't wait. Go to them. Cry to them. Cry in their shoulder. Cry in their arms. Let them let your feelings out. Be heard, because you never know. You never know. It's if you know a person that can actually help you. Please seek help. Seek that help that you're needing, so you don't have to keep wearing the damn mask. Because the moment you remove it, the world gets brighter. Everything gets better. It takes time. I know it's scary, but it's needed. And I couldn't have said it. I can't say anything about this without knowing it personally, and knowing the fact that I have a friend group that can help support me, but most importantly, that I have my girlfriend to be able to help me through this time and be able to open up more and be able to cry to. It has helped me as a person to where I don't have to worry about a mask every single day. When I'm around friends or around her, I can actually just be myself and be who I want to be.
It is such a refreshing feeling whenever you find those people like that, bro. Like, it really,
Exactly.
really fucking is. Like,
I feel like she's looking at me right now. She is.
She's wiping her eyes. But no, I mean,
I'm sorry, I went on a rant there.
You're good, but I couldn't have said it better myself. And like you were saying, it's not sustainable to keep a mask up like that, regardless. Especially if those people are the cause for the chipping away and everything, because it's just. But I will also agree with you that like it is very, very refreshing to find the people that you can just demask, not worry, am I being too much, am I being too weird, am I being this, that, and the other. And the only hard part is actually finding those people, especially when which it sucks to say that people like this exist, but it's like you find someone or groups that they do kind of start to like let you feel like you can break that mask and be yourself and do shit and everything, only to when shit starts to go shit starts to go south and they just decide to use everything that you've talked to them about or told them about or expressed to them against you to try to hurt you. Which I mean, I won't lie, and call me a hypocrite if I am one. Like in personal matters and stuff like that. And whenever somebody's hurt me in the past, I've done the same thing. I've taken what they've fucking told me and I've tried to use it against them to hurt them. Am I proud of it? Fuck no. Like, do I want to do shit like that? Not at all. Like, it's just it was a in the moment, heat of the moment reaction type thing. But it's like whenever you have people that end up sitting here trying to use your vulnerable moments against you and your insecurities and stuff that you told them about in confidence and shit, to then throw it back in your face. It definitely takes time to get to a point where you trust people again enough to start opening up. And if anybody that's watching this now or in the future is looking, like, just know that after a while, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be next month, but you will find those people that are actually genuine with you and aren't going to try to hurt you or fuck you over whenever shit goes sideways. Instead, like, sure, you might have a fight or two with them over something, and then you go 3 or 4 days without talking, and then you reconnect with each other and you get to the bottom of shit because you can actually fucking talk about things. But no, like it sucks. It definitely does suck to have to, even especially whenever it's like you want to trust people, you want to be like, I know these people aren't going to hurt me. I know these people aren't going to like turn on me or try to use this shit against me. But you've had it done so many like happened so many other times before that it's like, I'll think about opening up a bit more tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is a good day, and then tomorrow comes and it's I'll think about it again tomorrow, and you just kind of
You don't trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's definitely like a big thing. Like, it's also not. It's like, yes, it's you yourself putting on that mask, but it's also something that you got to think of. Like, it's a massive mental thing of like having the strength to be able to actually talk to someone, because it is hard, especially when it has been used against you many times in the past. It is really hard to be able to actually build up the strength and courage to talk to somebody and like the person that can actually help you. Like, it is hard. It is a struggle. But eventually, at some points, you'll be able to like take off like the bits of armor that are guarding you from the people, to where you can start opening up more, to where it's a little bit easier to talk to things, so then you can actually have the good experience that you want to have. But it's hard. It definitely is a very hard thing, and definitely keep looking. If you haven't found those people yet, they will come up eventually. It just takes some time. Just need to just give it time and just trust the process. You will find them. And if you are struggling, please do seek some kind of help. Like, find someone you could talk to, a family member, or like a very close friend, or hell, a coworker that seems to care about you. Like, if you need someone to talk to, go out, find someone to talk to, because at the end of the day, you're human too. You don't need to feel like you're burdening everybody else with your problems when you're the guy who's supposed to be the rock, the stone for everyone else. You need help too. Go find that help that you need, because otherwise you're just gonna drown yourself to the point to where you can't get help anymore. So definitely go find that help if you ever do need it, and then you do need it. It helps so much more.
Don't be like me and say, because you haven't been diagnosed with trauma or this medical conditions, yes, but don't be like me and be like, oh, because you haven't been diagnosed with this trauma, or you haven't been told that you're XYZ amount of depressed and shit, that you're not as bad as some other people and shit like that, because it's not worth it to just keep it all to yourself. It really isn't.
If you know that you need help, go get help. Don't worry about a doctor's diagnosis or like a therapist or therapist diagnosis or something. If you know you need help, go get help. That's what matters more, is actually going out yourself and getting that help. Because of the fact it will help no matter what, no matter who you talk to. It just getting it off your chest, breaking the seals to be able to speak, help rebuild what you've been picking away.
In this family, we don't break our waterproof seal, brother. Like, nope, that ain't. No, we ain't breaking no seals. What you mean over there? Get you help, but that seal stays closed.
Nah, like some of them, they do need to open at some point, because it gets to be a point to where, like, after a certain point in your life, you'll be really scared about what happens if it just breaks out of nowhere and the reaction you'll have. So it's best to like vent it every so often and get like a vent or a rant out to be able to help lighten the load on yourself and lighten it off your chest until you're a lot more comfortable to be able to just speak and just get it out there. So definitely find someone so you can vent and rant to be able to help yourself every once in a while.
I mean, shit, speaking from experience and everything, like, comparing, and I know you should remember this, but compare me from, like, say 2 years ago and like the situation that I was in then and relationship and like people and stuff like that. You take that and then you can compare it to the me now who is just kind of here. I mean, it might sound like a bad thing, not a bad thing, but it's like back then, the slightest inconvenience of something, and I was getting fucking pissed off at the world and everything else, and shit like that. And then you fast forward to now, and it's like because I have found those people that I mean, shit, even y'all every now and then that like I can vent to, I can just talk about like this, that, and the others. What's fucking like got me my fucking titties twisted today and everything, and like yeah, I know. But it's like I can be like, this is what's got me fucked up today, and get it out. And then we go and just do dumb shit and we have a good time. Whereas back then, I wouldn't have said shit and just been, no, I'm sorry, I'm irritated. I'm just irritated. Oh, what about? Oh, don't fucking worry about it. Like, nobody ever gives a shit anyways. Like, it's not a healthy mind. It's not a good mindset because it's just, you're just bitter all the time. And it's speaking from experience, going from bitter to essentially, I guess, like relaxed. It's so much better to just be relaxed 90% of the time. To just be like, listen, you feel the way you feel. I'm at the end of the day, I'm sorry your feelings got hurt about whatever the fuck your feelings got hurt about. I'm not sorry about anything else because it's not my fucking fault. You're a little bitch, but like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's just. I'm just here nowadays. Talk about the things you need to talk about. Get it out there, man. Life gets so much simpler whenever you're not bitter about everything.
Yeah. Definitely. It does get rough after a while. But fuck, what? Oh, man, we've talked about quite a bit. But I know we still got
really
way more fucking time we gotta talk to. Ah, shit.
Let's see here. I mean, if we wanted to change pace a little bit, we could talk about the fucking manifestation culture that's come out nowadays.
Oh dear God, we could talk about that. All right, we got something else we can talk about.
The fucking because I believe for it to happen, it's going to happen. Like, no. No, I'm manifesting that I'm gonna get like all this money, right? Not, I shit you not. Like, you can look in the YouTube history of like one of the videos that I've been watching recently. I mean, it has to do with money and shit, but still, that being said, the bitches that are out there, and I don't mean this just towards females, I mean that word towards male and female equally. I want to put that out there now before somebody says, he's being sexist. Like, no. You can be a male bitch, you can be a female bitch. But anyways, I've seen these bitches out there.
Apparently, as Alexia says, a unicorn.
Huh?
Our tech support said a unicorn.
Yeah, unicorn can be a bitch.
Oh, we lost. But definitely, like I think I kind of know what he's going off of here. Because I saw it happen to someone, it's gonna happen to me if I do it the exact same way. If I'm kind of getting the gist of it of where we're going off of right now. Welcome back, by the way. Oh, did we lose him the moment he came back? Sorry, everybody. Oh wow, we really lost him. Currently at this current moment of time, the almighty beings of his internet are currently claiming him, but we'll be fine. But I think I kind of know what he's talking about, the physical manifestations of, like, the like the fact that like people are like saying something's gonna happen for them just because they saw it happen to someone else, but that's not how it works. Like, it happened for that person because like they had a certain strict events that possibly that could have happened, but people just believing that something's gonna happen to them and then like just trying to manifest it in reality is not gonna fucking work whatsoever. So like they'll like whine and moan and complain about like something and try to manifest it to their liking and how it's just gonna be there for them when they want it. It's what I'm kind of getting off of. I'm doing the best I can with what I know. I don't know much about the physical manifestation kind of thing. My co-host who's coming back right now is probably a little more versed in the physical manifestation. So now that he's back and has returned to us, we can ask him about the more of the physical manifestation stuff because of the fact that I am struggling.
So okay, so
take it away,
what I was meaning by that was like the culture that's out there now that's just like oh I'm broke and we'll use money for the example because that's kind of what I've been seeing recently with some of the stuff. But it's like the okay, I know I'm broke and everything, and I have all this debt and stuff like that, but
I feel like his internet demons are currently grabbing him many a times right now. Like he just, I'm trying to think of what to go off of. Give me a sec. He might be back. That's my co-host returned. Our co-host has returned. Maybe, maybe not. Nope, he's gone. All right. I apologize for this, but just definitely, like, I'm just trying to like, go off of what I know about the physical manifestation stuff, and it's not much. I'm sorry, I'm struggling on this one. This is one I'm like not too versed in, but I'm trying. Welcome.
I'm sorry. Okay, they're fighting me hard. As I've been trying to say, if I can get my description out, it'll probably help a little bit.
Yes.
Essentially, the people, I'm going to use money for this because that's what I've been seeing recently and stuff, but essentially the people that are like, I know I'm broke, I know I have all this debt and everything, but instead of getting a job, I'm going to essentially manifest the money to just come to my life. Just I'm manifesting that I'm gonna be wealthy. I'm manifesting that I'm gonna have all of these nice things and have this like rich, lavish lifestyle. And in reality, it's like in fake name. I don't know anybody with this. In reality, like, no, Brenda, you're not gonna be fucking rich because you tell the universe you're gonna be fucking rich. Go get your fucking job, go work a 9 to 5, and like everybody else does if you want to be fucking rich and everything. And it's like there's so many people out there that's like that's all it is. It's manifestation culture, or it's like it's crystal culture and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, certain aspects of it, certain things like the whole, and I'm fixing to sound like a real big fucking like crazy ass nut and everything, but like the whole theories and stuff behind like vibrations and like certain energy frequencies and stuff like that, and like manifestations to a degree in that way, and like using different, trying to quote unquote use different energies and stuff like that around you, and different like crystals and stuff having different properties and shit. There's some things that like I grew up with family members that were heavily into that and everything, and so there's certain things that I'm like, that sounds cool, I'll kind of believe it, and that sounds like fucking dumb, I don't. But the whole just I'm gonna manifest money into my life, like that's not how this works. That's you're not manifesting money, you're on the internet begging simps to fucking give you money to get a little bit of your attention and time and shit. Especially if you're on this game saying that you're gonna manifest fucking money. No, you're on here going after lonely, desperate men that are willing to pay you for your time and attention. Like, call it what it is. You're scamming. You're not manifesting. That's what I was trying to get out as my demons were fighting. Shit, it wasn't the demons this time. It was the manifestors trying to keep me from exposing them. They were manifesting my internet would crash.
Like, this is one thing that I just don't have a lot of knowledge on, so I'm like struggling over here. So that's why I was like, when's he coming back so he can take over? Because I was like, I'm
sorry. I am sorry, but it's like I see it everywhere now. Like, and I hate to say it, it's with a lot of the like mid to early 20s, like college kids, and the quote unquote the next generation after us, and everything.
Oh.
That's coming into it with the thought process of like, if I just believe hard enough, the universe will give me what I'm telling it to. And it's like, it's such a dangerous mindset, in my opinion, because it's how do I phrase it? They lack the ambition, which I think is the right way to put it. They lack they lack the I'm going to go out and build something for myself. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to put in the effort. I'm going to put in the time to create something for myself, create this career that I want, create this life that I want, whether that's going to school and stuff like that. And instead they're going, I'm about to get flamed for this, but they're going for lack of better words, their liberal arts degree at college that's not going to translate into an actual workforce or like job itself, and everything, and then just expect the universe to give them what it is that they want because they believe hard enough, and then they're going to get mad at everybody around them, at their community, at their family, at their friends, at everybody else around them, because life isn't just giving them what they want. And I manifested it hard enough, so like I've been manifesting it for the past 3 months. Why can't I just get what I want? And that's what it is. It's not shit. It ain't even manifestation at that point. It's entitlement. Well, I mean, entitlement and manifestation are kind of going hand in hand with each other nowadays. But like, it's the manifestation culture is breeding a generation of entitlement. Is the best way I could probably put it.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Honestly, I just sadly just have nothing to add to this because it's like I don't know much about it. Sadly, it's just the one thing, like one of the few topics I'm just not well versed in.
Fair.
So it's like
fair.
Like I know quite a lot, but this is one of the things I'm just like, like head empty. Fair. I just got like nothing.
Completely fair. I mean, that's really all I have to say on that in general. Is just like manifestation culture nowadays, especially in social media, because that's another thing, is you see it promoted fucking everywhere now, especially on TikTok. I mean, shit, I can be scrolling one night and go fucking get to a point where it's like every 3 or 4 videos is somebody with a new fucking deck of tarot cards being like, let me tell you how your future. let me tell you how your life is right now, and it's like, on one hand, do I believe in like the actual like tarot and a little bit of the mysticism and stuff like that behind it? To a degree, yes. Do I believe that some 22-year-old hipster on TikTok that bought their fucking cards off of Amazon is going to send me a divine message from the gods because they didn't use any fucking hashtags on their video? No. Like, that's literally just the algorithm being like, okay, he liked 3 sad videos and 2 happy videos today. Here, let's tell him why he's sad. Like, that's there's no mysticism behind it. You're not manifesting your video into my For You page. You're not, like, do I believe in manifestations? Do I believe in shit like that? Again, to a degree, yes. Do I believe in the way and the form that it's being promoted by the end of this generation and like the next generation that's kind of picking up the mantle for it and stuff? Not at all, because that version of it is entitlement, is brainwashing. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say brainwashing. It's like entitlement brainwashing to a degree, but it's like it's not manifestation. It's not mysticism. It's not, to a degree, respecting that culture and like the culture that a lot of those practices came from. It's, here, pay attention to me now. Give me what I want. And so
That's fair. I'm going to turn it over to something I probably know a little bit more about, which is freaking cognitive overload, to the point that like social media gives us too much information.
Oh, like, 100%.
Like we get information about stuff we're not even supposed to technically know about, and this has been a problem for like generations. Like the media, not just social media, media itself gives us more information than we actually need as like a society, or like, because like we're getting media about like stuff that's happening in a whole nother country that we're not even a part of. We don't need to know their problems. We need to know the problems in our own, but we're getting problems not just from our own country. We're getting problems from like our from like, so say if like you're in the U.S., you're getting news about like the country. You're getting news from like all over you're getting news from your state. You're getting news from like all the different cities in your state. Like, you're getting information about shit that's not even affecting you. And then you're getting information from like overseas countries that don't affect you. You're getting information about wars that don't affect you, to the point where it's just so much constantly coming at us that it's overloading.
I can't tell you.
It's too much.
I can't tell you how many videos, and I completely understand that. I can't tell you how many videos and TikToks and fucking shorts and everything that I saw on the fucking Syria and Iran shit, the Middle East shit. Like, I might have saw 1 or 2 videos on the India-Pakistan stuff. Granted, it was only 12 days, but even then, like, I didn't even know that it had even happened until it was already over with. Whereas you had fucking live streams and everything else popping up about, and like almost a new video every fucking day on the Middle East shit for that month, and so many people calling for the U.S. needs to join the U. Like, no, like, I'm not going to go down that whole rabbit hole, but
yeah, because that's a deep rabbit hole. But it's just
no, I completely understand that. It's like it's my theory. My theory with it is it's whatever's popular, whatever's getting the most clicks, whatever's getting the most views.
Be what it
is what starts to consistently show up and just give you that fucking just mental, just complete overload of everything, of the topic, of it gives you shit, what's the word? It gives you fatigue of whatever essentially that week or that month's fucking topic is because you hear about it so fucking
So
much.
But like it's just the problem that like media and social media both have is like it's oversharing, over explaining, over like over exaggerating, like overloading us to the point to where like it gets us feeling ways about like certain news to the point to where at some point you start thinking, is this even real? Is this even going on? And you start looking up for yourself, but you're so fixated on it because of the fact you were overloaded to the point to where you need to know now. Like you need to know, even though it's something that it doesn't affect you. Like I understand like if you have like friends or like family that are in those areas that like you are worried about, so you need to make sure everything's okay. But if it's like something that doesn't affect you whatsoever, I don't see how it's relevant for your life to, especially to be overloaded the way that media and social media do it to a point where you feel a little stressed, like with the amount of talks of like what is World War III gonna happen, this or that, and the people like making scenarios of like where it would start or like how it would happen, like it makes it worse. And then when you start seeing like on the news like certain situations happening like kind of similar to what people were talking about, you're like, oh, this is starting to actually get a little scary. But then it starts getting to the point to where you're constantly checking, wanting to get more updates and updates to the point where your brain can't take in the amount of information. It starts skipping things, so you're having to go back to find it, and you're so overloaded to the point to where at like the end of the day your head hurts because you just took in so much information that your brain's like, what the actual fuck. So you're just struggling to like figure everything out, especially when you're trying to sleep because you're so overloaded. Now when you're trying to sleep, you're still thinking about it. Even though there's no need to think about it, you need to rest.
And then you get into that cycle of, well, if I'm not tired, let's see if I can find anything else about the situation that's going on, any new updates or anything, and it's like...
Yeah, like it's so bad on how bad media and social media have made the information overwhelm and info dumps that where it's just anyone who's watching him just gets so overwhelmed and overwhelmingly tired because it's too much. The human brain is not supposed to be able to take all that. It's not supposed to be able to take this much information that the media and the social media give us in one day. It's supposed to take it like that amount of information should be split up throughout the week, not in like 2-3 hours, and your brain is just fried.
Yep.
Like, that is something that is, like, a massive problem. Like, it is a massive problem that media and social media both have created, the fact that it's, like, you just can't cognitively take it.
And then you end up getting the people that start spreading the misinformation about it or making their own like judgments and posting that to the social media and stuff like that. And then you got their friends and their buddies and stuff sharing that around and everything. And a theory becomes somebody's fact. And now you've got two different stories about the same situation that are saying different things, and you're having to try to go through and figure out which one's actually what happened, which one's like the quote unquote fake news shit and everything. And you don't know, you get to a point where you're like, I don't know who I can trust on what about whatever situation and everything.
We have lost him for a second, but definitely, like, that is something that is really bad, is the fact that people are like spreading misinformation about everything to the point where you start believing it even though it's not true. So then you start questioning it more and more to the point to where it's just like you're constantly still giving yourself more information than you can actually handle just because someone else said something else about it and that actually was actually like false information. So then your brain's just constantly hunting down more.
Anymore. At this point,
that's fair. Like, dude, honestly, I don't watch the news anymore. It's too much.
I don't either at all. Like, I haven't watched general news recently. if I'm gonna get news, it's because I hear about something either off of a YouTube video from one of the few creators that I'll actually trust to watch and everything, or I saw a post and I'm like, that can't be right, and I look it up and actually research it myself about things, general news and stuff like that. I don't watch it and I don't trust it anymore. I don't trust half of the shit people say because you don't know if they're even getting like the correct source material and shit like that, or if they're getting something that ends up being fake later down the road.
Yeah, I'm like, it's kind of like what because Alexia did bring up something like that, like people like creators that you could trust for like news, like I'm gonna bring up a TikToker that Alexia and I watch every so often when he comes around. It's News Daddy. He actually has the right sources and the right evidence of what's actually happening in the world instead of just spouting random shit. Like, he's one of the few like TikTokers that I actually will kind of look at and be like, oh, that's actually happening, and then I'll look for it for real quick to see because my own brain's like, I need to confirm it. I'll look for it, and it's a real happening thing. It's a real happening event, and I'm like, holy shit, he was actually right. So like, there's like a very few sources that you could trust that aren't like the general news networks that actually are giving you the right information and giving it in a way that is a lot easier for your brain to like comprehend and digest and take in without it feeling like too much. Because that's the problem is media doesn't break it down so your brain can actually like absorb it properly. It just
my main source of research, if I'm actually going to do research and I'm looking for new specifically like news of something and stuff like that, is, and honestly I would love, not sponsored by the way, but would love to be at some point, but the website Ground News and everything, because it not only, it doesn't just give you a single source, you can search a certain topic and it'll give you like a bunch of different news sources on that topic. But not only that, it'll tell you like which way that news source is leaning. So if it's a more like if it's more right wing like leaning and stuff like that, it'll show that, and then you can be like, okay, well they're talking about things, they're talking about these things and stuff because, or in this context because like they're with this party. And honest to God, it's been a lifesaver, even in some debates that I've had online with people over certain things, because it's like I would say something or they would try to say something talking like shit on some stuff, and I would go in to correct them, and then they would try to be like, no, that's just what your parties say and blah 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 blah. So then I would literally go to Ground News and pull up 2 or 3 articles from that are like their party leaning and everything, and be like, uh, this source confirms what I'm saying, this source confirms what I'm saying, this source confirms what I'm saying, and would you look at that? They're all your party's news sources. So tell me I'm wrong again, motherfucker. And they just unfriend me and shit. But it's like, I absolutely love Ground News because it not only gives you multiple sources of whatever topic you're looking at, but it shows you the biases of said news sources that you're going to, so you kind of understand what side of the fence they're on, to already know kind of what they might say on certain subjects and stuff like that as well, if that makes sense.
That does make sense. Like it does. Like that's why I'm like, I feel like if media and social media like cut back on the information and cut back on like the news stuff, it would probably help a lot more, especially with the like overload. Like they just need to cut back a little bit and make it more like, if they're gonna tell it in a way to make for like the general public to understand a lot more. Not just something that like you're told to read out. Like, do your best to kind of like summarize and like fully like get out the information in a way that you know everyone's going to be able to actually understand it, instead of being like panicked because they're like, there's so much going on that they're not going to be able to understand it.
Don't
Like,
make
that
it
is
corporate.
a massive
make it
problem.
normal. Don't make it corporate.
Yeah.
You need to speak to the American populace in probably about a 5th grade reading level at this point, because that's about the amount of comprehension that most of the U.S. and most of the newer generations have nowadays. Because parents, and this is going to be a little off topic, and I won't go too far down it, but parents fucking end up just popping their kids out and handing them an iPad and saying, "Have fun, little Timmy." So it's like comprehension's probably at about a 5th grade reading level, if I had to guess at this point, and that's in the adults of this country nowadays.
Yeah, like if social media like helped, like, because like I understand big news companies can't really break down information like news. They have to tell it as it is. But social media could be used a little bit better to help with like breaking down that information for the general populace, so then they can understand it a little bit easier and not be even more confused. So like if it was like if it was like a major event, break it down to like what started, like basically like, break it down into sections. What started it? What happened? Where it ended. Do that kind of, if it's ended. If it hasn't ended, then tell it where you have like the latest update as like the technical end for them for that time, and then that's it. You just tell how it started, what mainly happened within the event, and then if it has ended or it's still going, then you have a timeline to be able to make it easier to understand it. Because otherwise, it's like, what?
Exactly. Like I don't need fucking 10 minutes of this happened, this happened, and then here's 3 hours of
3 hours of, I'm guessing, filler.
And like my own beliefs and shit.
Huh? Yeah, like I'm like, that's all I was saying. Like I'm guessing like filler, because for a second you like blipped out, so I didn't know when you were gonna be back.
Basically, don't give me like 10 to 15 minutes of the facts of what happened and then 3 hours of speculation and your theories of why it happened, what's going to happen, what you think should happen, and all of that shit. Give me 3 hours of the facts and everything that you fucking know, and the actual video footage and everything else of that stuff, and then give me maybe 5 to 10 minutes of your own opinions and speculation, and leave it at that. But people, media and social media nowadays is so ass backwards. Everybody cares more about their own opinions and their own feelings than the actual facts of the matter that of whatever the fucking matter is.
Yeah, like that is something that like could happen, but sadly, at this current moment in time and this day and age, I don't see it happening for a while. That media ever gets used like that for a while. But there's a chance.
Facts. I'll halfway cross my fingers.
Yeah, halfway cross them. Shockingly enough, we got, I think, 8 minutes. And then we're at our 2-hour mark. We somehow figured it out. They keep rambling.
Listen, we just had to bounce from topic to topic and tell our own feelings on the shit. And it's just like, shit, you both know you get me to talking about something that I either have experience with or at least some sort of knowledge about. My ass is going to keep going until you tell me to stop. So,
same here. But definitely, I'm like, it's definitely been a good episode. I will agree with you. I know what you were trying to say.
Yo.
I was just told that there's something that we could talk about as well for our for like one little a little topic before we end it off here. Strategies for a healthy relationship and for a healthier relationship with social media. Like there are kind of ways to be able to do that a little bit, like to do that. Like there are certain strategies you could use, Like, yeah, social media is not typically where you'd want to put your relationship, but there are a lot of things out there that can help you like spawn ideas for like date ideas, night note, like heartfelt notes, or like give you topics of
Mhm.
how to like express your feelings towards your partner. So you
You've
can
got
find
to,
those out there on social media. It's just you gotta find them.
and you've got to, in my honest opinion, you got to
And
use
yes,
it in
like setting app
moderation.
limits. Like
That,
only
yeah, I was
have
gonna
limits
say
on certain applications as well.
that's
So
exactly
like
what I was
only
gonna
have
say.
like
Yeah,
if you're in a relationship, you don't need dating apps. You're in a
no,
relationship.
delete them.
You need to be focusing on it. Like you don't
Exactly.
need Tinder, you don't need Tumblr, you don't need freaking Tumblr, you don't need like any dating app. You're in a relationship. Your partner is right
Exactly.
next to you.
Exactly.
Ah, it was about social media. My bad. Fuck, you don't need certain social media apps.
Just in
Fuck.
general, in,
Like
in
Snapchat, you
general,
don't
it's
need
like
it unless like you talk to your partner on it. You don't need Instagram unless you and your partner have an account on it. You don't need a oh like oh she keeps helping me clarify this a little better. I am so sorry. This is where I keep struggling. She's talking about like time limits on certain apps. Like
yeah,
having
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
certain
yeah.
time limits, like you could be on this app for this amount of time or this app for this amount of time, so you're still
It's
focusing
like use
more
it.
on your actual relationship.
Yeah,
Thank
use
you.
social
Wait,
media.
your life. Fuck, so you can focus on your life. I am struggling with this one.
Use social media in moderation and everything. Don't use social media every waking moment of your life and everything. It's like if you're because like you can have the different social medias. You can have your personal account. You can have your like couples account if you ended up wanting to make one of those as well. It's just somewhere for you to like spread appreciation to a degree. But if you're spending more time looking at and trying to talk to other people on these social media apps or just in general rather than your actual partner, then it's like then that's kind of
So
when you're fucking up and shit.
I will interject real quick. That's not actually what
Mhm.
she was talking about. She's talking about your relationship with the actual apps themselves. That's what she was
Oh,
talking about. Yes,
oh,
she explained that to
oh,
me in my ear, and I was like,
oh.
"Oh, I feel stupid."
Oh, Twitter, don't talk to me like that.
Don't talk to me like
You naughty, naughty, you naughty, naughty platform.
But
I
no,
mean,
she's
shit,
talking
in
about
all
like the
honesty,
actual
nowadays with
relationship
the
you
Grok
have with social
AI,
media. Like, yeah, like she's talking about like the relationship you have with the social media apps. Like, set a limit of how long you're on the app itself, and then spend the rest of your time with your life, not like physical relationship. Like I thought she was talking about, because the way
fair.
she worded it to me got me
I mean,
fucking confused.
hey, if we're being honest here, though, that's even more important now more than ever. Considering,
True.
ironically, I know I said Twitter, but look at the Grok AI app. You pay $40 a month. You have basically a fucking sex bot that you can talk to and put in lingerie and shit and stuff like that. And I only know that because of the videos of other creators I have seen talking about it. Look up Asmongold's videos on it. Look up Tectone's videos on it. Look up any fucking creator's videos on it. That's why I know about it. I'm a broke bitch. I'm not spending $40 on fucking Twitter. I don't even have one. That being
But
said, like,
that
no,
was
you gotta.
you
Men
definitely
are
gotta
men
set
are
limits on like being on social media device on like
people
apps.
people are going after the AIs more than they are their actual fucking human being relationships nowadays, bro. It's fucking wild.
But yeah, I will definitely say that did have me very fucking confused, because like I legit was very confused to what she meant
Look,
until
I was
she
with you. I thought she
explained
was
it,
saying
and I
how
was like,
social media
oh.
fucked up relationships and everything, because social media does fuck up relationships. So it's like I was
Dude,
thinking, me
you
and you
have
was on the
no
same
idea how
wavelength,
we
bro.
were on the same wavelength, but she was like, no, I was meaning this, and I was like, oh, I'm stupid.
Oh, that's fucking great.
Oh my god, I feel really dumb. Why are you lie, that had me confused for a bit.
Listen, like I said, I thought that, like, you know, I won't lie, social media, it
social
can fuck
media
up relationships.
It can
Look at
fuck
my last
relationships, yes.
Look at my last relationship. She was on her fucking phone more than she was with anybody else, even when I was sitting right fucking next to her.
That's fair, but yeah, like legit, like the moment she explained like actual like relationship with the app itself, I was like, oh, I felt really dumb, and I was like, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. But it is what it is. We got there in the end. We got there in the end eventually, but just. Oh man, I feel dumb. Yeah, I know. Oh man, but I think that's where. I think that's all we got for time wise. So we're at our 2 hour mark. All right. Do you want to do the ending of this episode? Yeah. Do you want to do the outro of this episode, or should I do it?
I mean, I guess I can.
I can do it since you did do the intro.
Fair. I'll let you do the outro. Yeah. Also, side note, we're gonna talk about this afterwards. Do they have a fucking calendar in the menu now? Like, the fuck is this shit,
Chill out.
bro?
Chill out. So everybody, thank you all for coming to our third episode of You Gaslight Megently, our first episode of our little Sunday talk show, to where we're just going to be talking about random topics that we could find and just go over and just discuss and give our opinion about them. I definitely do appreciate y'all being here. Next episode, we're going to be on our 4th episode, which is going to be going back to Red Stories. I do not know what topic we're going to do for our Red Stories just yet, but we will keep you all updated in our Discord that is currently in the link of our stream. So you can come in and either help suggest ideas for us for our Reddit stories and our Sunday side shows, or like just come be a part of the community. We really do appreciate y'all actually being here and actually helping us out and spending time with with us, your hosts, and our wonderful tech support. If it's either me or my partner in the background, being our tech support episodes, we do appreciate y'all coming and hanging out and talk to all of us. We will see you. Oh, we have a brand new follower with us as well. Who is our follower? Well, we do have a new follower. If you are here watching us right now or listening to us in the background, we do thank you for being a part of our stream. We do thank you for following us and being a part of our new podcast. We're only 3 episodes in, so you have really missed much.
We love having you here.
Oh, so we're doing episode. Okay, so never mind. We're doing this is our first episode of our side show, but we have 2 episodes of Reddit stories right now. We're about to be doing our 3rd episode of Reddit stories. That is where I messed up. So definitely
this Friday.
Yes. Every Friday is going to be a Reddit story, and then every Sunday is going to be our little sideshow that we had today. So definitely come in, stop by, and just kind of listen to us and have a little blast. We do appreciate y'all being here. We do actually really thank everyone for stopping by and helping us out with our little podcast. You guys can find us, of course, here on Twitch. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iHeartRadio. You can find us on Castbox and Amazon Music. You can find us anywhere else on good podcasts as well. We're practically everywhere.
Internet.
We're everywhere but iOS. We are sorry for anyone who is currently who is watching this watching the stream on an iOS device. We sadly cannot get on our iTunes because we need to have an Apple account to be able to do that. So we are sorry for the people who are on iOS that listen to the podcast on iTunes.
We're Android users. What can I say?
Yeah, maybe some point in the future we might have an iOS. It really depends. Right now we just aren't going to try to figure that out. In the future we might. Who knows? We'll keep you all updated if we do eventually get an iOS. If we do get an iTunes account, so you can listen to us on iTunes as well. But at this current moment in time, those are the main places you can find us. Definitely, we do appreciate everything y'all doing for us. Thank you all for coming by. on our coming by on our little podcast. We shall see you guys next time on Gaslight Me Gently. Have a good day, everybody, and we do appreciate y'all staying. See y'all later. Have a wonderful day, and remember, gaslight me gently.